I hate sales. Have you said it? Have you thought it yourself? The salesiness of it. I don't want to be a salesperson. I don't want to be salesy. And I understand. I absolutely relate to that because I have thought the same thing. And yet I have been in the sales space for a long time. Great example of this. A few years back, I was working with a B2B company, literally door knocking. I would walk into a business and I'd be like, hello, my name is Bethany. I help you, and do my little elevator pitch. And it just felt weird. And it was terrifying. And of course, it was terrifying because the person across from me was not interested. Doesn't matter how much I knew they needed what I was selling, there was a resistance that I didn't understand, and I felt it in my soul. And that feeling stops us from being able to serve the people we care most about. Maybe you experience it not because you're door knocking like I had to do back then, but maybe it's going to a networking event. All the way there, you're driving the car and you're thinking of that elevator pitch we're all told to memorize, and you're practicing it, You're like, okay, I'm good, I'm ready. And you walk in, and that first person walks up and says, hey, so what do you do? And whether you do it flawlessly or like a lot of us, you stumble through the words trying to figure out what to say, that perfectly rehearsed pitch is out the window, or maybe you really do nail it. But yet, still, something isn't right. There's still a look on their face of like, oh, okay, another pitch. And that weird feeling you get inside that keeps you from doing it or just makes you feel like you blew it. So you go about the event, you collect a few business cards, and on your way home, you're like, what did I do wrong? I'm trying so hard. I'm practicing all the things they tell me to practice, the scripts and the pitches and all the things, but how am I supposed to get business? Here's the thing. Everyone tells you it's all about the script. It's all about nailing that moment. But sales doesn't happen in a moment. It happens in a series of moments. It's not a one-time thing. You have to earn trust. I know you've heard the phrase, know, like, and trust. People buy from the people they know, like, and trust. And these little phrases we hear all the time, they sound good and they are true, but something's missing. And you know it, I knew it. There's a resistance, there's a feeling that holds us back. And if we push through it, it doesn't get better. It doesn't get easier. So what's happening? What's missing? What's wrong? Well, what's wrong is trying to make something happen in a singular moment that was never meant to happen right then. It takes time. It takes building on a foundation. So that first introduction, hello, my name is, that's just moment one. So we start there. That's I get to know you. I get to understand what you do and who you are. I get to figure out whether I like you. And then through continued conversations, purposeful, hopefully, or even those chance interactions, or at an event and we cross somebody again. Oh, hey, I remember meeting you last time. It's great to talk to you again. Tell me again what you do. Every single time we do that, we are building on that foundation. We are establishing trust. And that is what is missing out of most of the sales training you've been given. They tell you how to do a good script. They tell you how to make a great introduction, but they don't explain to you how to build a foundation that leads to trust, that leads to the yes. If this is your first time here, hello, my name is Bethany George. I am the owner-founder of the Sales Mystique. I help businesses like you demystify sales and stop feeling like they're selling and understanding how to build trust. The greatest way for you to figure out what that looks like is to take my Trust Styles quiz. It's a quick 3-minute quiz. You can click the link and find out what your trust style is and know how to grow trust. Trust consists of 3 things. This is how we establish it. The interesting thing about trust is that it is an emotion. We like to think that it's just there, that it just exists, it's based on logic. And really, it's an emotion. But there are 3 elements that we establish with somebody. And these are things that we develop through those interactions. So the first one is credibility. How trustworthy are you that you will do the thing that you promise that you're going to do? The second one is reliability. They're very similar, but there is a difference. How do you show up consistently over and over and over again? So I know this is the real you, that reliability. And the third one is safety. What's really fascinating about this one is this is essential. Before someone's willing to bare themselves to you and say, I actually have a problem and I need you to solve it for me. That is a huge vulnerability that they have to be willing to do. So safety is essential before they can do that. These three elements help establish that you are trustworthy and they would be willing to say yes to you, to your offer, to your business. Those three things, we each do them a little bit differently. That's why those scripts didn't work for you. That's why when someone said, oh, you just need to do XYZ, it works great for me, and then you try it and it doesn't work for you, it's because you do that differently. Each of those three things, how you execute them, how you exhibit them, how you prove them, is different. That's what the trust styles helps you understand. What is your way of doing things? What is your superpowers? What is the actions that make the most sense to help the other person, that potential client, realize what it is that makes you trustworthy? Understanding the way that you build trust, I call that your trust style. It's a personality-based way where you just already naturally help people trust you. You can figure out what your trust style is by taking a simple quiz and figure out which of the 4 styles best matches you. I would love to invite you to come back and find out something I hear people talk about all the time, and that is sales is just a numbers game. We're going to talk about the myth behind that and how it can actually be damaging your reputation. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.